So you asked me if I painted this or if I just collected. It's a collage. And I think the same word that is used for collage is the same word that's used for collect. You don't want this picture? What inspired me to bring this picture today, I'm a true artist. This picture, I research a Superman and false prophets who run churches, false prophets who run businesses, false prophets who say what it is that shouldn't be said, and do what shouldn't be done. I read a word this morning that inspired me to get up this hill to Rodney Square. Years ago, I would have artwork out here during these farmers markets on Wednesdays. This one's mine. Starburst. Detox ingredients. We all need to detox. Today, after I read this devotion, I actually had to get up to a AA/NA meeting up at a church. I wanted to take the whole picture there, all the artwork, but I didn't have time because when I read the devotion, I looked at the clock, it was 6:45. I don't go there every morning, but I wanted to go there today after I read what I read. And now I'm going to read it to you. That's what I've been trying to get to. So Wednesday, ordinary time, week 12, as you see. Jesus warned, be on your guard against false prophets. You will know them by what they do. Do it right. That's Matthew 15:16. Two Cleveland teenagers got an idea for a unique comic strip. They tried to sell it to a number of editors. All rejected it for the same reason. The main character was too foolish. The teenagers finally gave up on the idea and sold their rights to it for $130. The way I looked at it, $130 back then was a lot of money, and $130 for some people today is a lot of money. But the comic strip idea was Superman. Superman. The so-called experts turned out to be false prophets. Because the teenagers believed in them, they sold a treasure for a pittance. There are experts today who say it is foolish to live by Jesus' teachings. They say it is foolish to put your faith in a person who lived 2,000 years ago. To what extent and how might I be influenced by them? That's a question for us to ask ourselves. To what extent and how might I be influenced by them, the false prophets? And then there's a call to action at the end that says, live today the way you will wish you had lived when you stand in judgment before God. When you stand in judgment, I don't think we sitting in the judgment seat, but we stand before God at the end after we've done our time here on earth, after we served this saints of life. We're not meant to be here. This is a temporary place. We're not supposed to be here. But when we go home, will we feel foolish because of what we did? Because we listened to those false prophets? Because we listened to our bank tellers? Because we listened to our lawyers, our doctors? Because we listened to our priests, our pastors? Those false prophets? So we can trust our teachers, we can trust our coaches, but live today the way you will wish you had lived for God. the way you would wish you had lived. When you stand in judgment before God, live today